All right, strap in, everyone, because today's deep dive is going to be a wild ride. We're heading straight into the heart of the Lone Capsuleer, specifically Chapter 10, No Safe Harbor. Now, imagine this. Okay. You're being hunted through this crazy, beautiful, but super dangerous part of space. It's intense, it's thrilling, and that's exactly where we're going today.
It's amazing how this chapter just throws Vaylin and Aeliana right into the fire. And they're not up against just anybody. It's the Thunderdogs, an elite fleet led by, well, to just say, Winky Kinky is not someone you want to mess with.
Right. I mean, last time we saw them, they're in some pretty tight spots. But for anyone who might have, missed a chapter or two,
Yeah.
who are Vaylin, Aeliana again, and what's this relic that everyone's after?
Right, Vaylin, he's our lone capsuleer. They like top-tier pilot, kind of mysterious past, you know the type.
Huh?
And Aeliana, she's an archaeologist. She's obsessed with uncovering these ancient civilizations, specifically the Jovians and the relic. Well, it's thought to be this piece of crazy advanced Jovian tech, like something that could change, well, everything.
And then we have this Dark Bliss lurking around, right? Where does he fit in?
Dark Bliss. He's our, I guess you could say, villain. Super ambitious, shrouded in mystery. We don't really know his end game yet. But one thing's for sure, he wants that Jovian relic, and he'll do anything to get it.
Okay, so we've got Vaylin, amazing pilot, Aeliana, expert in ancient stuff. They're running from the Thunderdogs, which are basically space pirates, but like on a whole other level. And they're doing this in Jovian inner space. So what's that like? Is it just an empty void?
It is not empty. You've got these crystalline asteroids just drifting through these bright, colorful nebulae. Imagine derelict ships from who knows how long ago just spinning silently. And then there's these anomalies, like weird energy things that don't even seem to follow the laws of physics. It's stunning, but yeah, super dangerous too.
Sounds like the perfect setting for a cosmic chase. So how do they even stay ahead of the Thunderdogs and all that?
Well, Vaylin's an incredible pilot. Plus, the relic seems to be guiding him somehow. They're weaving through unstable gravity fields, dodging sensor probes. It's pretty intense. And Aeliana, she's working on figuring out the relic, trying to unlock its secrets so they can, turn the tables.
But it's not just running and hiding, is it? They stumble across something pretty incredible, right?
Oh, yeah. They find this Jovian station. Sleek, ancient, like a monument frozen in time. It's not just a station, though. It's more like this massive library, packed with knowledge from this lost civilization.
This is what I love about this chapter. It's not just that they find it, it's how it reacts to the relic. Like it recognizes it or something.
Yeah, that's one of the most fascinating things. It's like this slumbering being, it's got this automated voice that talks to them. You get this feeling like it's been waiting for centuries for the relic to come back. Is it just advanced tech, or is it something more almost like sentient?
So they find refuge in this incredible station, but they're not safe yet, are they?
Nope. Dark Bliss, he's relentless. He finds them. He's taunting them over the comms, letting them know the Thunderdogs are closing in. He tracked the wormhole signature. They're trapped.
But Vaylin's not one to just give up, right?
No way. He activates the station's defenses, drones, turrets, shields, anything to buy them some time. He knows it's a losing battle, though. The Thunderdogs, they don't mess around.
So what does he do? Is it over?
Vaylin, he thinks fast. He uses the station to open new wormholes, basically creating escape routes further into Jovian space. He's not just running. He's choosing to fight on his own terms, even if it means going deeper into the unknown.
So the station becomes a battleground.
Oh yeah, it's a last stand. Drones and turrets blasting away at the Thunderdogs, Vaylin and Aeliana racing to escape. It's crazy intense. You can really feel the urgency, like everything's on the line.
And what about the station itself? What happens to this ancient wonder?
It collapses. In this final act of sacrifice, it creates a diversion so Vaylin and Aeliana can escape. This ancient structure, it's gone. It's a powerful moment. It's like you could feel the weight of history being lost.
So they escape, but the relic's still leading them somewhere, and Dark Bliss is still hot on their trail. What a cliffhanger.
It is. Their escape, it's just the beginning. Who knows what's waiting for them deeper in Jovian space? What secrets does the relic hold? Why is it so important to Vaylin? To Dark Bliss? So many questions.
And that's where we'll pick up after a quick break. We'll be back to dig into the implications of all this, and we'll be diving into some fan theories too. The internet is buzzing with them, so stay tuned.
Seeing Vaylin and Aeliana escape through that collapsing station, it really makes you wonder, what is it about this relic? What makes it so valuable? What could it even do?
Yeah, the chapter gives us some clues, like how it interacts with Jovian tech. It's not just powering stuff. It's like it unlocks it, controls it.
Like a bridge between what we understand and what they knew, Their tech is so advanced, it might as well be magic to us. And remember how the station reacted when they got there?
Yeah, like it was almost alive.
Right. More than just programming.
It's like, was it sentient or what?
It's what I love about this story. Hard sci-fi meets ancient mysteries. It makes you think, what happened to them? To a civilization that advanced. And this relic, a piece of their tech, could it be a blessing or a curse?
Good point. It's powerful, maybe dangerous. It might hold the key to all these secrets. No wonder everyone wants it. But this chase, it's not just about a cool gadget. It tells us about the characters, right?
Exactly. It forces them to make tough decisions. Vaylin, he could have kept running, but he chose to fight. What does that tell you?
He's a survivor, resourceful, determined, willing to take risks. He's not your typical hero, always playing by the rules, but he's got a good heart, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And Aeliana, she's not just a passenger. Her knowledge is key. She helps Vaylin see the big picture.
Right, she's the brains. But she's brave, too. She didn't run away when things got bad.
That takes guts. And then there's Dark Bliss. His obsession with the relic is not just greed or power. There's something personal there. A rivalry with Vaylin, maybe.
He's got something to prove, not just to Vaylin, but to himself, too. It makes him a more interesting villain, but also more dangerous. What's driving him, do you think?
That's the question that keeps me coming back to this story. Is it power, control, or is there something we haven't figured out yet? Some hidden agenda?
And the Thunderdogs. They're not just goons, they're organized, efficient.
Their discipline is scary, and their ruthlessness.
Hmm.
But their leader, Winky Kinky, there's something about him. Makes you wonder if he has his own motives.
Right, like he's playing his own game. So we have complex characters, a mysterious relic, maybe the key to an entire civilization's tech, and this chase across a beautiful, dangerous part of space. But what's the point? What's the bigger picture?
That's where it goes beyond just a space adventure. It's exciting, it's about survival, but it's also about knowledge. Ambition versus morality, ancient secrets.
It makes you think about technology, how it shapes us. The Jovians, they were so advanced.
Yeah.
And they're gone.
Well, what can we learn from that?
How do we avoid making the same mistakes?
It connects to our fears today. AI, climate change, pushing science too far. Even though it's a fictional world, it reflects real concerns about humanity's future.
It's a reminder that even in a story, choices matter.
Absolutely.
Speaking of choices, that ending, jumping into the unknown, Dark Bliss, still after them.
Quite a cliffhanger.
What do you think's out there in Jovian inner space?
It's exciting and terrifying. Will they find answers? About the Jovians, will they unlock the relic's full potential? Can they escape to Dark Bliss?
We'll have to wait and see. But for now, let's appreciate how good this story is. It's not just action. It makes you think, challenges you.
It leaves you wanting more.
And speaking of wanting more, we have some fan theories to get into. The internet is going crazy with speculation. So let's dive into some of the most interesting ones. All right, let's dive into some of these fan theories. Some are pretty wild, I gotta say. But some, they really make you think about what might be coming next.
Yeah, the forums are blowing up. Especially after an ending like that, everyone's got a theory about the relic, the Jovians. About Vaylin, what he's going to do next.
One that's getting a lot of attention. The relic isn't just a key, it's a map. Like a guide to a hidden Jovian world.
Interesting. Makes sense, right? The Jovians and their wormhole tech. Maybe it leads to a safe haven, a place they escape to. When whatever happened, happened. It would explain why Dark Bliss is so obsessed with it.
Right, exactly. Then there's the one about Dark Bliss himself. Some think he's not after power or revenge. They think he wants to bring the Jovians back.
Whoa.
Or even control them.
That's a scary thought. Dark Bliss with that kind of power.
It kind of ties into those anxieties we talked about, right? About tech being misused. Becoming a weapon instead of a tool.
Yeah. Powerful tech in the wrong hands.
And we can't forget about Winky Kinky. Some people are convinced he's not as loyal as he seems. Like he's got his own plan. His own reasons for wanting the relic.
He's a real wild card, isn't he?
Yeah.
We see how ruthless he is, how ambitious, but there are these hints, like there's more going on beneath the surface.
Yeah. Is he playing a deeper game?
It's a mystery waiting to be solved.
That's what makes the Lone Capsuleer so good. It's this mix of action, mystery, and these big questions about tech and civilization.
It keeps you guessing, keeps you on the edge of your seat.
And wanting more.
Definitely wanting more.
It's not just a space opera. It's deeper than that.
It makes you think about choices, consequences.
It's a potential for good and bad.
Inside all of us.
So we're at the end of our deep dive. And we've got more questions than answers, but that's the beauty of it, right?
It is. It makes you think.
What would you do? If you were Vaylin, would you try to unlock the relic's secrets? Find that lost Jovian world? Or would you destroy it to keep it out of the wrong hands?
Chapter 10 threw us for a loop. Action, mystery, tough choices.
For sure.
It reminds us that even in space, our choices matter.
They shape our destiny.
The search for knowledge.
Can lead to amazing things.
But it can also be dangerous.
So until the next chapter, keep exploring, keep questioning.
And keep diving deep into the stories that matter.
We'll see you next time.